Let's start our backbends class in Sphinx pose. It's the first of our backbends actually. And so I want you to lay down on your stomach. Grab a hold of your elbows to understand how wide your hands and your arms should be. And then place the hands on the mat with the distance that you just measured. This looks like a passive pose, but actually it's quite active. I want you to press the tops of your feet on the ground, lift the kneecaps, and then traction the elbows towards you as if you were trying to pull the mat underneath your body and push the chest forward. Take a deep breath in. Exhale from your mouth. Another deep breath in. Exhale from your mouth. We're gonna stay here for a few breaths, so you're more than welcome then to relax your neck and maybe move your neck side to side, whatever feels good. Always remember not to dip in your shoulders, but always keep your shoulders up, shoulders away from the ears, and keep tractioning the mat. Bring your forehead to the mat for a second, just to bring the palms of your hands on either side of your chest, and then pull yourself up on a 4-point kneeling position for our cat-cow. So it's really important to wake up the spine before getting into any exercise really, but especially a backbending class. So with an inhale, drop your belly down and pull your chest forward. Make sure that your hands are underneath your shoulders and your heels are underneath your hips. And exhale, curve your back like an angry cat. And look to your belly button. Inhale, cow pose, look up, belly drops. Exhale, cat pose. Curve your spine, push in between your shoulder blades. Inhale again, belly drops. Exhale, cat pose. And keep going at your own pace. And everyone's breathing pace is slightly different. And maybe you can move side to side. Find some movement here and there. Do whatever feels good. Come back to neutral and bring the palms of your hands a few inches in front of your shoulders. Spread the fingers wide. Tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. The first downward facing dog of the day. You may want to paddle your feet, move your legs, perhaps bend one leg on one side, the other leg on the other side. And find some organic movement or stay still, whatever feels best. Before we go to stillness, check your alignment, check your fingers, your hands. You want the index finger to be on the same line as your shoulder bone and your fingers to be spread really wide. You're gripping your mats with your the tips of your fingers, and the feet are hip-width distance apart. I like to have a slight bend on my knees because in that way I can push with my hands towards the back of the room and traction my spine. It doesn't matter if your heels touch the floor or not, it really doesn't. You want to have the feeling to touch the floor, work towards that, but it's nice when the feet actually never get there. It's a little bit more work. One breath in here. Exhale, slowly walk at the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins or the blocks or the floor. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come to standing, arms up and above your head. Exhale, hands in prayer to the heart center. Release your arms. Another inhale, arms come up and above your head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms. Sun salutation A, step back to high plank pose. So for your high plank, bring the palms of your hands underneath the shoulders and make sure that your body is not in a pyramid similar to a downward facing dog, and you're not dipping on the floor either. So you are in a nice straight line. You can bring your knees on the floor for your first plank pose. And that's actually quite nice to begin practice with. And then inhale, shoot the chest forward so that your shoulders are now in front of your wrists. And then exhale, elbows shave the body, come all the way down. Inhale, cobra pose. First back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, one breath here. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Slowly step or walk at the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Let's keep going with 3 sun salutations. Exhale, hands in prayer to the heart center. Another deep breath in to bring the hands up and above your head. Exhale to melt your chest towards your thighs, towards the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank pose. You choose the plank pose you want to do during this practice. I'm gonna keep my knees up for this one. Inhale, shoot forward. Exhale, elbows close to the body. Come all the way down again. Inhale, halfway lift. Sorry, cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. One breath here. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees, step or walk at the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Come all the way up to standing. Inhale. Exhale, hands in prayer to the heart center. Inhale, another round with the arms. Exhale, all the way down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back to high plank pose. Inhale, shoot forward. Exhale, come either all the way down or halfway down with chaturanga. I'm gonna go in upward facing dog. You can do cobra pose. The important thing in upward facing dog, remember your thighs are never on the mat, but they're always lifted. That's how you don't hurt yourself. And then you pull back with your core to downward facing dog. Bring your knees to the mat. We're gonna move slowly in this practice. There are gonna be some intense poses, but we're gonna move slowly. You can take a block for the next pose. We're gonna go in Anahatasana or puppy pose. So the knees are underneath your hips. Extend your arms in front of you and bring your forehead or your chin to the mat, whichever you prefer, whichever your body does. If this is too much, place a block underneath your forehead and you can practice Anahatasana like that. The idea is that the chest is melting, so you are pushing the chest down, the tops of the feet are on the floor. We're gonna stay here for a few breaths. Come forward, Sphinx pose just for 2 breaths to reset the spine. And downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, bring the feet together at the back of your mat. And start to root the left heel down towards the floor. Lift the right leg up. Keep your hips squared, just for now. And then knee to chest. And 3-legged dog. Knee to right elbow. 3-legged dog again. Exhale, knee to left elbow. This time twist your whole body. And then the last time, 3-legged dog. Open your hip this time, bend the knee. And then step forward in between your hands. Low lunge. Just once, forehead to knee, straighten the front leg. If it doesn't come all the way back, it's fine. Bend the front leg again, the front knee again. Right arm up, simple twist, inhale. Exhale, slowly. Turn this palm towards the back of the room and start to cartwheel kind of your arm all the way around until it comes down to the mat. Bring the left knee on the mat to Anjaneyasana, half crescent lunge. So for this pose, we start in a 90-degree angle on the front knee, 90-degree angle on the back knee. But also we can push forward so that we have a little bit more hip opening. Just make sure that the front knee is above the front ankle. And then cactus arms, open the chest towards the ceiling. It's not so much a lower back bend as it is an upper back bend. So you want to cactus your arms and look up. It's not so much going backwards but going upwards. And then exhale, pull back the hips, pull back the chest. Inhale here, exhale, cactus arms. One more time, inhale, pull back. It's fine to wobble. Exhale, cactus arms, back bend, and look up. Circle your arms all the way around. Pick up your left knee, step back, downward facing dog. One deep breath here. Exhale deeply. Feet together, left leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to right elbow this time. Twist your whole body. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Open your hip, bend the knee. Step forward in between your hands. Set your low lunge, your back is straight. Just hold one breath. Exhale, forehead to knee. Doesn't matter if the front leg doesn't extend the whole way. Bend the front knee again. Simple twist on the left side. Lift your left hand up towards the ceiling. And then circle your arm all the way around until it comes down to your mat. The right knee comes down too. Untuck your back toes, Anjaneyasana. So set up your lunge first. Tuck your tailbone under. And then push your hips forward a little bit deeper. One breath here. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, back bend, cactus arms, look up, reach up. Inhale again, cactus arms. Exhale, inhale, arms up, and exhale, cactus arms. Sometimes it's difficult to move and talk at the same time. Inhale, Arms come all the way up. Frame your front foot. Downward facing dog. One breath here. Exhale. Inhale, look forward. Bend your knees. I'm gonna jump, but you can walk or step at the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Big toes touch. Heels are slightly apart. Utkatasana chair pose. Come all the way down, or sort of, and then sit in your chair. The important thing here is that you see your toes, so it doesn't really matter if you're sitting on a very high chair like me, or you're sitting deeper. The important thing is that you're looking at your toes and you're not going forward. You're not gonna fall, I promise. Hands are either up and above your head or to heart center. If it's too difficult, you can put them also on your hips. One breath here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank pose. Go through your flow. For me, that looks like a chaturanga with an upward facing dog and a downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to chest. This time, step right in between your hands. Bring the left knee down. We're going straight to the cactus arms of Anjaneyasana. This time, bring the hands behind you. You may want to grab a hold of your elbows, or if it's available for you, you can clasp your hands behind your back. One breath here. Exhale. Start to reach backwards with your hands and upwards with your chest. Tricky transition, listen carefully. Leave your hands there if you can. Tuck your back toes under, lift the back knee. And then place the back foot flat on a 45-degree angle and shimmy your foot on the right side of the mat. Humble warrior, so the chest comes inside the right thigh and the hands come up. Bring the palms of your hands on your sacrum, release them for safety, and we open in warrior two. We want to straighten the leg for a little while, just to release a bit the quad. And then I'm going to just refix my clothes. Although you should never touch your clothes during a yoga class. I've been taught like that, but that's okay. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior, look up. We are stretching all the side body. And then cartwheel your arms on the floor. Step back, high plank pose. Or if you want a challenge, one-legged plank. And then chaturanga, both feet down for upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Lift your heels, inhale, bend your knees, look forward, step, float or jump, and the front of the mat. Halfway lift to inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Utkatasana, chair pose, another round. And you'll be like, why are we doing this? It's a back bend class. But strengthening the glutes is really important to keep your lower back safe. And believe me, I learned that the hard way. So you do want to feel chair pose in your glutes. That's how we're working here. One breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step back to high plank pose, or if you're tired, you can go to downward facing dog, skipping the chaturanga, skipping the back bend, And we meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Step forward in between your hands. Bring the right knee down and tuck your right toes. Anjaneyasana with cactus arms. Look up, reach up with your chest. Clasp your hands in behind you. And then reach backwards with your hands and open the chest towards the ceiling. It doesn't matter where your hands go really, if they are all the way down in the mat or halfway down to your thigh or on your bum, that's totally fine as long as you are opening your chest. And then tricky transition, we're going in humble warrior again. So lift your back knee, bring the right foot flat on a 45-degree angle, the chest and the left shoulder, if you can, are inside the left thigh, and then lift your arms wherever they go, or grab a hold of your elbows if this is too strong for you. Release the hands on the sacrum and come all the way up in warrior two. Reverse your warrior, flip your front palm, stretch the left side of your body. And carve with your arms all the way down. Step back, either go through your flow or downward facing dog. If you are tired, it's better to skip flows and go straight in downward facing dog than to do a lot of shitty chaturangas. Inhale, look forward. Bend your knees, step or jump at the front of the mat. Come all the way up to standing. One breath here. Exhale deeply. One of my favorite poses, I hope my face is in the frame, if not, you're seeing what's important for this pose. It's dancer's pose. It can be a back bend and it can be a hip opener at the same time. So again, I'm going to start with the right leg. You want to bring your left hand outside of your body as if you were holding a tray with something on it. And then bend your right knee and grab your right foot. It can be inside the foot, outside the foot, whatever you feel it's best for your body. We're all different. And then bring the left hand up. And we're going to start to kick forward and backwards. Forward with the arm, backwards with the leg. You may want to bend your front leg for stability. And then just go wherever your body brings you. If you're working towards king dancers, then that's a very deep back bend. And both hands come on the foot, on the top foot. Your elbows are together. Release gently, very gently. And bring the right knee to your chest. Just to reset. Both feet on the ground. One breath here. Exhale fully. Other side. On this side we're all different. I can't do king dancers on this side, or well I can, but I will hurt myself, so I won't do it. But bring the left foot in your left hand, straighten the right arm, and then kick forward, then push forward with the right arm, kick backwards with the left leg. Keep breathing. and release gently. Bring your left knee on your chest to reset the spine. And both feet on the ground. One breath here. Exhale fully. Inhale, arms up and above your head. Exhale, bend your knees very generously for this forward fold. We're gonna step straight back into downward facing dog because we've done a very deep back bend. And we don't want to forward fold deeply or back bend again. Straight away. So 3 breaths in downward facing dog. Bring your knees on the ground. So we're gonna go in camel pose with a block. If you're learning backbends, this is the best way to have a strong foundation for your camel pose. Okay, so camel pose, I believe it is a backbend for everyone. We all just have different stages for it. Place your block on the long side in between your thighs. And you want to squeeze it, you don't want to let the block go. Now, you can tuck your toes under if you prefer. It gives you kind of something to push and lean against. So if you're beginning, this may be easier. And then bring the palm of your hands on your sacrum. They can be pointing upwards or pointing downwards. It's a personal preference. It doesn't make any difference, no matter what any teacher tells you. And that is true. So I like them pointing upwards. So take a deep breath here. On the exhale, you want to start looking up. And if this is all you have, if this is your back bend, if you want to look at me for a second, actually you can see there is a slight back bend in my upper back. That's where we're going. We're not bending our lower back, we are bending our upper back. And you want to push your elbows closer together at the best of your ability. Squeeze the block. So we may stay here. One breath here. Exhale, take the block out and sit on your heels. Reset the spine. Hands on your knees. Second time around, again bring the block in between your thighs. Set up your camel pose. You can tuck your toes under, leave them untucked, your choice. Bring the hands on your sacrum. Inhale. Exhale, slowly look upwards, and just looking upwards, what it does, it just brings your chest towards the ceiling. If you have space, you can start bringing your hands on your thighs and leaning backwards. Squeeze the block. If you have space, you can grab a hold of your heels. One breath in. Exhale out. To get out of the pose, we're going to do it on an inhale. So inhale. And we're out of the pose. Take the block out. Sit on your heels. Again, put the block on the side. Hands on your knees. Reset the spine. And when we're done, we're gonna meet in downward facing dog for the last flow, where we kinda bring everything together, and then we're gonna meet on our tummy. So downward facing dog for now. We're gonna try one breath per movement. Inhale, right leg comes up. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, right leg up. Right knee to left elbow. And again, right leg up. Step forward in between your hands. Left knee comes down. Anjaneyasana with the hands clasped in the back behind you. One breath here. Exhale, humble warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, go deeper. Inhale, flip your palm, reverse the warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your arms all the way down. Step back, go through your flow if you still have it. Left leg up, inhale. Exhale, knee to chest. Three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Three-legged dog. Left knee to right elbow. Three-legged dog. And step forward in between your hands for Anjaneyasana. Inhale, come all the way up and around, hands clasped behind your back. One breath here. Exhale, humble warrior. Inhale, come all the way around. Exhale, go deeper in your warrior two. Inhale, flip your palm, reverse your warrior. Exhale, come all the way around. This time, step back to high plank pose. You can bring the knees down. If you are down like me, come all the way on the mat. The last couple of backbends we're gonna do are quite strong, not as deep maybe, but they strengthen all of our back body, which is great. So bring your hands on the sides of your body, forehead on the mat. And then on the inhale, you want to lift your arms and lift your chest. And this may be your locust pose. It can look like this, it's totally fine. If you have a little bit more strength left at the end of the class, you can lift your legs. Someone calls this locust pose. Some people like to call it Superman pose, that has, if you can imagine, its own a traditional name. One breath here. Exhale, release. Bring a cheek on the mat and relax. You can also bring your hands and make a little pillow out of them. And again, bring the hands behind you. The second back bend. This time, bend your knees. And let's grab a hold of our ankles. I like to flex my feet. And there's two ways to get in this pose. You can release for now and have a look, and I'll show you, and then we get in the pose together. So one is to go upwards, and one is to go backwards. And I like to go backwards because in that way, I strengthen my back. I go in a slightly less deep back bend, which for me and for my body works better, as I've got a lower back injury, and it's more accessible to me. So you can either point your feet and push your legs towards the ceiling, or flex your feet and push the legs towards the back of the room. So grab a hold of your ankles or your feet. I like to flex my ankles, and then inhale, lift the chest, lift the knees off the ground, doesn't matter how much. And then I like to push towards the back of the room. In that way my chest is opening and my lower back is still kind of flat. One last breath here. Exhale, release everything. Child's pose. You can bring the knees together and the forehead to the mat. Come back up. Swivel your legs around to finish our class, and this is important. If you're really tired, please stay with me. We're just gonna twist, and twisting is really important to reset the spine. So straighten the front knee leg and bring the right foot on the outside of the left knee, and this may be enough for you. If you are a flexi person, you can also bring the left foot all the way around so that it's resting outside of your right buttock. Bring the right hand behind you, the left hand above you, and then inhale here. Twist towards the right side. You can hook your elbows, your left elbow on your right knee, and then slowly, the neck is the last thing that turns. With every exhale, you go a little bit deeper. So inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. And release, counter twist for a second, hands on this side. And then the right leg this time is straightened, left foot comes on the outside of the right knee. If it's available to you, you can bend this leg. Left hand behind you, right arm up. One breath here. Exhale, hook your right elbow outside of the left knee and twist. Deep breath here. Lengthen and exhale, twist deeper. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist deeper. If you hear really weird noises right now, it's because my dog is underneath the camera and he's growling. Here he is. And we finish the class with a forward fold. So I'm gonna leave this with you. You can bring the feet together in front of you as far or as close as you want them. It's a personal preference. And then grab something, your knees, your shins, your ankles, your feet. Take one breath here. And forward fold. You can take the block and place it underneath your forehead for support. It's actually really nice. A few breaths here. We slowly release. You can stay here if you need more folding, otherwise bring the knees together. You can sit and meditate here for a few minutes if you wish. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I'll see you next time. Namaste.